Hey everybody, I'm back again after a little break, spring break trip for another video of Aces of the Pacific. This is in my Japanese Navy career, and this is an interesting one because it is near the end of the war. We're going to go and see it's August 11th, 1945, which is 2 days after Nagasaki's bombing, 5 days after Hiroshima, and about 2 days, I think, 1 or 2 days before Japan surrendered, or at least the emperor had his capitulation address to the nation. So kind of fun to be in that little gray area between the atomic bombs and then the end of the war. You can see here my record. So I've been able to achieve all the medals. The far one on the left is the Japanese equivalent of the Purple Heart, so it's a wound badge. I'm not quite sure what all the other ones are because I don't exactly remember what they were when I got them, but this solves a little bit of a mystery, which was on the American side, you get the Medal of Honor and there's still space in the medals awarded barred off to the right. And I think it's because the Japanese medals take up more graphical space and they had to standardize that. So anyway, here we go. So we're doing a ground attack, flying the George, which is, I think I said in my last video, is heavily armored but not super fast. So if you're going to dogfight, you got to kind of get in and mix it up with the other guys first. We'll see how that goes here. I do have some escorts. You can see them peeling off there to attack. I don't know which American fighters these are. I can't really tell looking at it now. They might be Corsairs or Hellcats. But this is the cool thing with the simulation. As long as you can see the little dots, and I know they're hard to make out, of the American planes visually, then you can't engage the autopilot. So what I'm doing here is basically like putting it to full throttle, backing it down to 80% to avoid overheating my engine, and basically just trying to get away from them instead of mixing it up with them, because when you do that, especially when you have drop tanks and bombs and stuff, your maneuverability is vastly diminished. So it makes sense to try to get away from them, do your bombing mission, and then if they're still there on the way back, fight them out. You can see here I'm doing a little bit of an evasive turn here. What I've learned playing in the hardest difficulty is that if you just fly straight down in a dive bombing run, the AA will take you out in about 5 seconds. You need to really dive for the deck, get underneath the AA's kind of like arc of fire, and then take out those buildings. The base headquarters will have machine guns in it that'll shoot back at you. Once you do that, as long as you stay, I think it's about below maybe 1,000 feet, the AA guns won't be able to shoot at you, and you can take them out so they don't then also take out your wingmen. Oh, that was a nice explosion. One of my buddies dropped a bomb there. And I think here's where I thought about taking out the other AA, and I just decided to fly on back because there's no more medals to earn. There's no more ranks to get. You see, that's the simulation telling me that my mission is over, even though there are bandits there. I figured, well, let's go after them anyway. So you can see they have the altitude advantage, which is very dangerous, especially in these difficulty levels, because they, in a head-on attack will just take you out. So you kind of have to do some, I want to say fancy flying, but maneuver around to avoid that head-on attack, and then usually you can outturn them. And you see, I got I think there's 7.7 millimeter machine guns and then 20 millimeter cannons, so really a lot of firepower against any fighter or bomber, but in particular these ones. And I'm looking at this, trying to figure out which ones they are. It might be a Corsair. Not totally sure. I didn't get close enough to see. We'll see anyway. When I was little, I was playing this game with my grandpa, who fought in World War II and was in the Pacific Theater, and he didn't know anything about computer games. Looked over at the screen, and I think I was flying a Corsair, and I had like the external video on. He knew exactly what it was. You know, I guess it would have been 40 or 50 years after serving, and it was just kind of a neat thing where he was sort of confused as to why an airplane that he was familiar with, I guess, because he was a Marine and an infantry person there, was, in a game. But it was just kind of a neat moment because he never really talked about his time in the service or in the war until the very end of his life. You'll see I crashed there because you gotta be careful on the high difficulty levels. Even if you're 10, 20 feet off the ground and you stall out, you'll just crater like I did. But I figured, well, I'm at the end of the war anyway. It's okay to eat up a little time, in the hospital. And, we did okay after 3 months. But, August 15th is the end of that campaign. And you can see here, the inevitable has taken place. Japan's lost the war. And now we actually get to see something neat, which is this little, I don't know what you call it, a cut scene. But these are all taken from actual historical images. You can look these up on Wikipedia. I thought they did a really good job, for 92 of digitizing these and making them seem, realistic and appropriate to the time. So, and then you see here, this is the expansion disc, which I actually never had when I was growing up. So it's kind of a new, fun way to rediscover the game for me. This is where you get to fly jets and other kind of different types of fighters that were in development at the end of World War II that never saw service. And it presupposes that, I guess, even if America didn't drop the atomic bombs, or even if they did, they would invade the Japanese mainland. So there's another, set of missions, which there's nothing really unique or interesting about them in terms of, new mission profiles or anything, but it's still fun to get to fly different ships, or planes, I should say, and then go after new planes. So there's a lot of B-29s, B-24s that you get to go up against. And I will show you those once I get into it. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Ta-ta.